Good evening. Um, I understand today is VEDA Animation College Animation Day. Um, so, my best wishes to everyone in the college, especially for taking on animation as your career. Uh, my name is Mohan Subramaniam. I have been in the animation business for almost 30 years now. Yes, it's a long time. Uh, I started pretty young. I was born in Singapore, and I currently live in the UK, United Kingdom, in Kent. Um, I in those days there was no college for animation. You learned, as you work, as you do your work, you actually get, you know, gain your knowledge. So I was very lucky in that sense that I started off as an illustrator, then became a graphic designer, and worked in an advertising agency. And through some such, maybe it's my, I always say it's your, maybe it's your path. I came into animation, and I was very, very novice in that trade. But in 1980, I made a bold move to go to Australia in Sydney and decided to work there for 2 years. I was very happy that I got a job, and I learned a lot of things about animation over there. And I've been doing that since that. And I must tell you something. It's one of the best job to be. I love my work, even after 30 years in the business. There are always ups and downs, of course, like any other job. But you are never bored. That's the one thing you have to know. In animation, there's so many scope to go. There's nothing the same. It's always different. It's the most creative job to be. You can be what you want to be, if you're creative enough. Because it starts off with a story, so you have to be a storyteller. If you want to create animation as your life, if you want to get into concept, then this is the line to really get into, because it starts with a story. Then of course, you become the actual director. You direct your show. You direct the voiceovers. You direct the people, and you direct the people by drawing them. So your cars are your drawing. Whether you are working in 2D traditional animation or in CGI, the process is slightly different, but the overall production or pre-production is the same. And so you are never bored. There's so many things you can learn. As a director, you can become an actor, you can become a musician, you are the artist. So never a dull moment. I have never ever been unhappy with my work. I always love my job, even now. So I would say, it is the greatest job to attain, only if you are, that's what you want. Many people want to go into animation because they think they can make lots of money and things like that. That's only possible if you are good at it. I think any job, any kind of job you do, you must be good at it and you must love it. You can only be good at your job if you love the job. So I would say number one is you must love this job. It is not easy. It is not, you need lots of patience because it is very slow moving. So I would say number one is you need to love your job. Yeah. Many people, especially many colleges today, I want to say this. I hope it is not in your college, but in many colleges, especially Asia, uh, people are very, very impatient. Students, they want to learn animation very, very quickly, and many of them simply want to understand the software. They only learn about the software, and then they call themselves animators. You are not an animator just because you understand the software. Animation is more than that. Animation is not about creating something, and then if you can't do it, you go undo and then do it again, undo. In the days that I became an animator, especially in the 1980s, everything was hand drawn. So you got nothing. There's nothing that's undo. Once you draw something, and if it doesn't work, you do it all over again. But today, there is a lot of chances for you to make things too easy, right? Because computers allow you to do things very easily, but that doesn't mean you don't understand how to animate. So my advice to all the students is go back, look at all the old movies, look at the old Disney movies, the traditional movies, understand the acting of animation, the gags, they call it the gags of animation, and use that, instill that in you, not in the software, instill that in you, and become, and understand how to move the body, the expressions, the hand gesture. Sometimes a bit of exaggeration is important, in animation. Understand the art of exaggeration, which is very, very unique only in animation. Pixar is a great, great, movies to study, because the base of the animation have always been the real traditional animators, right? They always say art and technique have to come together. It can't be separate. So the art is very important. The art of animation is important. Then the technology comes in. So I would just say that bear that in mind, and I would say it's the greatest job to be. Uh, be in it. Do it well, and I wish you all the success in your future. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak to you today. Thank you. Bye for now.